Hello everyone, it's Chloe from Otome Kitten and welcome to my YouTube channel. Also, welcome to one of my rare video reviews that randomly comes up every 1 or 2 years. As you know, I normally just do unboxings for this channel and all my comprehensive reviews on the Otome games that I play are all in written form. But from time to time, when I'm feeling in the mood for it, I do love making elaborate video reviews like these regarding the games I play. So hopefully I could do more of this in the foreseeable future. But in any case, let us cut to the chase. Today I will be doing a deep dive on this new 3D Otome game that I'm obsessively, and I mean obsessively, playing for 6 days straight. It's called Love and Deepspace by Paper Games and Untitled Games, so they're the same developers for the Mr. Love series. So if you're familiar with Love and Producer, Mr. Love's Queen's Choice, and the 3D dress-up game Shining Nikki, they are the same developers that created Love and Deepspace. So first things first, before I get started, I'd like to do a quick disclaimer that I will not be revealing too much about the game's plot in this video. I will, however, show some storyline clips of the game to kind of showcase how beautiful the graphics are. Don't worry, there will be no major spoilers in this video, I promise. I am also playing the closed beta version of Love and Deepspace, which only covers chapters 1 to 4 of the main storyline. Just like how I do my written reviews, we are going to go through this by segment, so we'll be discussing gameplay, combat elements, the love interest, and all the miscellaneous stuff that you can do in the game to kind of show you what you're in for whenever you decide to start playing this when it comes out this coming January 18, 2024. Alrighty, so without further ado, let us begin. So for starters, after downloading the game into your phone and opening the app, it does ask you what quality you want to play the game with, and by default it recommends you to choose Ultra, which in my opinion is the best setting to use if you want that really crisp, fine-tuned graphic art of your 3D boyfriends. I strongly recommend going with that as well. Just a heads up though, the game really has high quality graphics, and that means it's going to use up a lot of your phone resources as well as your battery life. So if you have a potato phone, it might be time for you to upgrade if you want to play this game. As for me personally, I am using my iPhone 14 Plus, and the game ran pretty smoothly there. I didn't have any problems with it draining my battery. So again, it really depends on your phone. Also, make sure to check the App Store or Google Play Store before downloading this game, just so you know if your device OS is compatible with the game as well. The game, however, allows you to tweak the settings once you're logged in, so as you can see on the screen, it'll let you play around with the game's graphic settings. If your phone is fine though, I would just choose the Ultra by default, but if your phone is maybe at the brink of getting replaced, then yeah, I think this is where you need to be at to adjust the settings as you see fit. There are also extra features that you can change and customize, like what icon you want the app to show on your phone. As you can see, I already changed mine to Xavier. By default, the game gives you Rafayel. This is also the section where you can kind of adjust the voice quality, the volume, the music or the background music, the sound effects, you know, all that kind of stuff. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's go over to the MC customization, which is pretty insane. Like, you can change or you can customize all of or a lot of features like skin tone, eye color, hairstyle, makeup, eyelashes, blush, the size of your jaw, the length of your nose, cheek tints, lip tints, everything. It's really impressive. And as you slowly play the game and increase your player level as well as your affection points with your love interest, you'll also be able to unlock outfits of your MC, both casual mode and in combat. So what's really amazing about Love in Deepspace is that you can fight mobs in actual battles. Like, it's not just your regular tactical RPG where it's plainly your point-and-click game system. You're actually going to be in combat along with your love interest, which is pretty interesting and very, very cool. So your phone will automatically flip into landscape mode whenever you're doing battles, and let me just say that the battle system for this game is super comfortable. Like, I love how it feels. It's very easy to get used to, and there's a lot of combos that you can use when in combat. There are also limit breaks in the combat system, and I actually love using it because you know how limit breaks are. You get to see your character and your partner doing some cool cinematic cutscene stuff, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, I really, really love the battle system for this game. After the combat mode, the game rewards you with XP as well as materials that you can use to enhance your cards later on in the game, and winning the battles will also increase your allies' affection points. Also, the more battles that you clear and play along in the story, the more weapons, items, as well as outfits you can unlock and equip to both you, your character, and your love partner. Just like any other Otome games, the main selling point for Love in Deepspace are, of course, our three main love interests. You have Xavier, the mysterious deep space hunter, Zayne, the stoic Megane doctor, and you have the flirty, cheeky Rafayel. Now, at first glance, I was already mesmerized by the characters. It's not my first time playing a 3D Otome game. In fact, I actually just finished Haruto's route in Toroara no Parma. But since that game was pretty outdated, you can't really compare the 3D models that came out from 2016 to today's modern 3D models. But when I saw these three guys in Love in Deepspace, I was like, yeah, let me get up that stage. They are just so beautiful. Like, one thing about 3D characters is that sometimes their faces can get a little stiff, sometimes they can have like awkward movements, but in Love in Deepspace, their movements were very fluid and very realistic, and their expressions were also very emotional. So from the graphics alone, I was already like pretty impressed. Now, as for the voice acting, I played the closed beta in English because that was the only language pack that was given to me by the developers. They have not disclosed yet the voice actors, so I can't really expound on the English cast, but I will be copying and pasting the Japanese voice cast from my review onto the screen right here. They're very famous Japanese voice actors. We have Yosuke Kobayashi as Xavier, Takuya Sato as Zayne, and Shinosuke Tachibana as Rafayel. Now, going back to the English cast, they were actually pretty good. Like, I would have preferred to play this game either in the Chinese dub or the Japanese dub, but the English cast was great too. So yeah, I was really happy about that. I do admit that it can get a little corny, especially on the fluffy side of things and the ASMR stuff, but all around, I was very satisfied with the English voices, especially with Rafayel. Like, the voice actor really nailed this character. Like, I wouldn't have him in any other way. Anyway, I think I've prattled too much already on the voice actors, so why don't I just play some of the clips on the three guys' SSR cards so you can kind of get the gist on how they are as far as their quirks and personalities. Now, these are the steamy cards that went viral online. They have nothing to do with the game's plot, by the way, so you don't have to worry about any type of story spoilers. These are pure fan service or side story fan service. Also, you probably want to go grab your headphones right now, because these next clips can get a little intimate.
Judging by your frown, you must have had a nightmare. I wanted to make you feel better. Are you trying to find my V-line? Please. I have abs, okay? Silly girl. What are you doing? Enough! Stop! Yes, it tickles. Need me to remind you what happened? I was fast asleep when you flipped over, laid on my arm, pressing down on it, and started talking in your sleep. I wanted to gently push you back, but then the kicking started. Your alarm went off. But you can ignore it if you want.
You have strict rules for sleeping. Is this another unique way for a person to relax? Well, you aren't very skilled. The pressure is nice, not bad. Regifting a gift. Guess who I learned that from? Not even a smile? I guess you've had enough mints. A bird's chirping by the window. Hear it? Listen. You are more lively now. The rest of my day is yours. Do you have any other plans?
What do you want? Is this my punishment? I can do that as well. Like this. You... And you're not worried about me retaliating? Are small animals like me pushovers? Since you seem to know everything, you should enlighten me. When faced with a hunter who knows my weaknesses and how to take advantage of them, is there anything I can do?
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little segment. Anyway, let us move on. So, Love in Deepspace actually has a lot of really fun features that you can play anytime to unlock certain chapters in the storyline or raise your affection points with the guys, and doing these extra stuff will also help you level up your character. I'm probably not going to be able to cover all of them in this video, however, I will go over all of the extras that I have unlocked so far, and at the same time the ones that I've very much enjoyed. The features that really stuck to me were the claw machine minigame, the kitty cards minigame, which is probably my favorite, the photo booth. There's also the buyer side section, which are side stories that play out like drama CDs. There's the video calls, the texting feature, and the fact that you're able to interact with your love interest via social media. And also there's the desk customization, and there's actually a lot more. However, I will only be focusing on these 6 things that I've enumerated above because these are pretty much the extras that I have actually enjoyed the most. So the photo booth is really fun. Like, you can select if you want the photos to be just you, your partner, or you could do both as a duo. Now before you want to take some snapshots, you're going to want to style your characters first, so see what kind of outfit or accessories you want them to wear. For me, I'm going to choose this for Xavier. I like to see him beat up and disheveled. And then you want to see what poses you want him to do. Now, some of the poses unlock as you level up in the game, so if something is locked right now, you're eventually going to be able to acquire them as your affection points levels up. Now you want to do the same thing for your character and also check for the poses on duo mode. And whenever you're ready, just press the ready button so that you can start taking some snapshots. After that, you can do whatever you want with your photo. Maybe save it to your in-game album, save it to your phone album, or you can share it online. Now next is the claw machine, which is something that I also really love in this game, especially with the interactions you get with your love interest. Now you can decide between the two of you who goes first. If you're the one operating the claw machine, your love interest is going to make some side comments at the back. Sometimes he'll also say that he wants to go next, so you can basically swap out places. And once he's operating the claw machine, he'll sometimes ask you what kind of plushie you want. So for here, I'm going to be selecting Fleas, the sheep. And once he starts, you're gonna wanna touch him for motivation. And there's like a heart bar, affection bar over here. I'm not really sure if the touching is relevant to getting a plushie though, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't really think it does. And yay, after the plushie is acquired, he is going to give it to you and crack some lame jokes. Also, there's this love timeline that serves as kind of like the protagonist's diary, where she keeps tabs of her interaction for the day with her partner. Up next is my favorite, the kitty cards, and we're gonna be playing this with Zayne because he likes cats. Now, out of all the mini games, this is the one that I've actually really enjoyed the most. I just love looking at the little kitties meowing and bouncing their cute little heads like that. Also, for this mini game, you're basically just going to match your cards with the color of the teacups, and each cards will have points that you collect, so you win when you have the most points after all the teacups are filled. Now, another thing with the kitty cards is that whichever partner you choose to play this game with, they will have different quirks in here. For Zayne, which is quite funny to me because whenever MC doesn't like her cards, she tries to persuade Zayne to swap his with hers, and Zayne will easily agree with you. Like, he is that much of an agreeable person. I think for Xavier, I believe he falls asleep, and MC will actually have the opportunity to cheat and swap their cards while he isn't looking. Now for Rafayel, I think he's the one who actually cheats, and it's up to you if you want to let it, if you want to let it go or if you want to lash out to him about it. Okay, next is the by your side stories, and it pretty much plays out kind of like your drama CDs. The content or the memories you collect here are from the 4-star cards that you pull through the gacha part of the game. So you're gonna choose your partner, and you can browse around the short stories available for you to play. Now these side stories are also, by the way, in order, as you can see the numbering on the screen, so it kind of lets you know which events came first. I actually own all of Xavier's short stories, except for the number 13, the last one, which was really hard to acquire since that one you can't get through gacha. And I think I've listened to all of these. These, I have to say, are very relaxing. Like, I listen to them before I sleep. It really helps me relax. Oh, and the secret time section is the ASMR option of these side stories. So if you like ASMR, this is definitely the section for you. Also, I want to say that the interface here is also quite comfortable. Like, once you've selected a side story to play, you can just either let it play as is, where the CG and dialogue is displayed on your screen, or you can switch it to script mode. I actually like the script mode better. And yeah, like I said, this feature is quite relaxing to me. I don't ever listen to English drama CDs, so this is my first time, and I'm surprisingly liking it. And last but not the least, you have the customization of your LI's desk. So as you play the story and level up your character, you'll acquire some items that you can display here. Also, the items that you acquire through the minigames can be displayed here as well, like the plushies and the cat badges. You can customize his wallpaper, standees, picture frames, and all that kind of stuff. And you can do this to all of the 3 love interests. Also, you have the text messaging feature that allows you to send text messages to the guys. Sometimes you can initiate them, sometimes he'll be the one texting you first. Rafayel texts a lot, by the way. He is very clingy, very needy, and always wants you to go to see him. Also, I failed to mention this earlier, but there's another feature called anecdotes. And these are short stories that you can unlock by leveling up your cards. They are centered around the guys before they met the MC. Last thing I want to showcase are the video calls. Now, the more you raise your affection points on the guys, the more video calls you get to unlock. These pretty much happen randomly or possibly after upgrading your SR or SSR cards in the game. Now, you do get regular calls as well from the love interest, so there's also that. Anyway, I'm going to show you all a sample video call from Rafayel so you can kind of see how they're played out in 3D.
It's rare for you to be up before dawn. Are you awake or still half asleep? What's my name? Good. Guess you're not sleepwalking. Me? I haven't slept. I'm taking part in an important competition. The Will I Finish Painting or Will the Sun Rise First competition. First of its kind. That's why I called you. To be a witness, if you don't mind. I'm sleepy too. So, my darling bodyguard, do you have a joke for me? Your hairstyle isn't too bad, you know. Wait, don't do anything to it. Let me have another look. That lock of hair on top of your head looks like a person stretching. The lines on this side are pretty unique. I'll use these as a reference for drawing some clouds. I'm not being random. It's called divergent thinking. Hey, no lying down. No falling asleep either. Sit up. All right. I won't look at you. But don't hang up. Say something. Anything, really. Make some noise, read a news article out loud. Or else it'll be too quiet in this studio.
Okay, so before we go through my final thoughts on this game, I kind of want to show a little bit on the game's lobby scene, or as they call it in the game, the Destiny Cafe lobby, and the tons of fan servicey stuff that you can do here. Because that's what we're all about. We're all about that fan service. That's what we're paying for. Okay. So when you log into the app, you'll see your guy doing whatever. The cafe scenery, by the way, will also match your time zone, so when in real time, if it's in the evening where you're at, it'll also show the cafe scenery in the evening, and if it's in the morning where you're at, it'll also show the cafe scenery is in the morning. Xavier is always sleeping, by the way. Sometimes he'll read a book. Zayne will be writing sometimes, and sometimes he's just gonna be sitting there. Rafayel will have some funny idle moments, like the one here. Sometimes he'll also be drowsing off. And what's funny is that they also talk in their sleep. It's really funny because even if you don't poke them, they're just gonna be blurting out something random. Oh, and while you can dress them up, you can actually let them decide what to wear. So for these three right here, I let them decide their outfits, and this is how they showed up the next day. So Zayne apparently likes his sunglasses, even inside the cafe. Okay, so we're gonna go through some interactions with the boys in the lobby. I'll be starting with Xavier. Let's wake him up. So you kind of want to poke him around a little bit. Sometimes he's going to say something completely random. Sometimes he'll ask you some random questions. And sometimes he's going to react to whatever you're touching.
I watched a lame horror movie yesterday. They made the monster pop out of a fridge.
Okay, let's poke him around some more. From my poking around, they usually are very receptive whenever you touch their shoulders, both of their hands, their chest, their hair, and if you poke their faces, they may say something about it.
No matter how many times you poke my face, flowers won't bloom on it.
Now, if you rub them all over, though, they're gonna be pissed off at you and turn their backs at you.
Are you done? I'm about to go into Do Not Disturb mode.
Alright, so now he's pissed off at us. But sucks to be him, though, because now we can slap his booty.
I'm sleeping. You also have a butt.
He looks kind of confused, like his face looks like he's not sure if he wants his butt touched.
You're mistaken. I'm not ticklish. I thought you were going to assassinate me. No matter where I turn, you always find a way. I can't stop you.
Okay, I think that's the end of it. There's also this feature where you can feel his heartbeat, and sometimes their heartbeat changes, so since we just touched him all over, his heart's gonna be beating faster than usual. You can also gift him some light evol, and he's gonna give it back to you, somewhat blowing you a flying kiss. And you can also do this.
Mister? Are you role-playing? I don't treat every stranger like this. Are you still satisfied, miss?
And there's actually so much more that you can do here, so I'm just gonna fast forward everything. I noticed this video is getting longer already. Like here you can take snapshots on the lobby and like save it in your phone or share it in social media, whatever you want to do with it.
Gloop, 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 gloop. Fishies like me don't understand human gestures. All right, fine, I'll move closer. Do that again and I'll spit bubbles at you. What's up? Can you tell me more about it?
So this is another feature in the game where he consoles you when you're sad and supports you when you're happy. So we're just gonna go through some dialogues here.
You're already here. You still gonna keep it a secret from me? keep your feelings bottled up, especially when I'm around. Back to the sea I go. Signal sucks down there. Use drift bottles, okay? You'd be turned into a fishball if you did that in Lemuria.
Is being away from me calming you down? We should give it a try.
Zayne actually is looking pretty nice in this angle. Why is he doing?
I suppose your interest in anatomy has been rekindled. I suppose your interest in anatomy has been rekindled. You better have a good reason for me to think you aren't just enjoying the sight of me spinning around.
I don't know, I'm having fun.
It's too late to act innocent.
Alright, so we had our little fun in the lobby. We're just gonna go through a quick rundown regarding the gacha elements of Love and Deepspace. So if you're familiar with how mobile game gacha works, feel free to skip this part. I do know that there is a lot of people that's kind of new to it and was really excited about Love and Deepspace without knowing that there's gacha elements in this game. So technically the steamy cutscenes that we watched earlier, those are your SSR cards, basically your gacha rewards. The game has 5-star cards, which are your romance clips, again the ones that we watched earlier. And then you have the 4-star cards, which are your by your side stories, the ones that plays out like drama CDs. Now how do you get them? When you're playing the storyline, you go through these battles that will reward you with some materials and resources that you can use to exchange a ticket, or in this game it's called a wish. Now, a gacha ticket will guarantee you a card, but it's not going to guarantee you the ones with special clips in it, as well as the cutscenes. That means that you have to continuously grind for materials to stock up on your wishes, or your gacha tickets. Now, if your gacha luck is just very bad and you can't spend too much time anymore grinding for resources, there are paid options, and that means you are going to buy the resources instead, or buy the gacha tickets directly from the game. The game generously grants you a 5-star card though with every 64 or 65 pulls. I'm not quite sure with the numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's around those two. I feel weird explaining how gacha works. I'm pretty sure all of the Otome community already knows what gacha is and how that works, but I'm hoping someone out there benefited from that no-brainer explanation.
Captain today.
The fluctuations are stronger. I'm closer to the source.
Abandoned base for protocol research. I need everyone to split up and search the area. Eliminate any.
Your evo's even better than the detector.
Hi, I'm Tara. Remember me? I was standing next to you during the badge ceremony.
Of course. We're lucky to be on the same squad. Oh, do you want to work together?
Sure. The tarot reading I did yesterday told me that I would be super lucky today.
Look!
Wanderers! They're here. highest threat level here is only B, which matches the fluctuation we just felt.
A fluctuation doesn't have a set value. Something's off.
Why don't we split up and look around first, just to be safe?
Sure. I'll go inside then.
I'll scout the perimeter to see how far these fluctuations go. We'll regroup here once we're done. Be
You
careful.
too. There's clearly been a metaflux explosion, but it doesn't match the Wanderer's threat level. Something's not right. What? A hunter? Are they also here for the mission? There are traces of metaflux on him as if he was attacked. On first glance, he doesn't seem to be injured. I should call for backup.
Hunters Association Support Center. Is there anything I can do?
Quiet.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. But you...
Fluctuations.
It activated its protofield. You're a hunter, right? Let's defeat it together.
He can use the light evil, and he's strong. I haven't seen anyone like him among the rookies.
This isn't it.
That protocore could have given us useful info. Why did you crush it?
Huh?
Forget it. There's more to this than meets the eye. I need to investigate. Were you also assigned here? This place is more dangerous than it seems. We should get out of here and think about our next move.
No, we can't. We became prey stuck in a trap the moment we walked into this warehouse. Come.
You. How long have you been trapped here? Did anything unusual happen before the explosion?
I was sleeping at the time.
Seriously? In this place?
There's nothing complicated going on. Just a trick of the light.
Wanderers and light. Nothing.
They're luminivores. No movement, no fluctuations. Over here.
Luminivores eat light. And your evol is... This can't be a coincidence. Is this a trap specifically for you?
I'm just a normal hunter. You don't need to look too deeply into it.
You might be someone's prey, but from another perspective, isn't he just bait?
What are you thinking about?
If we can't escape, let's lure the luminivores out and take them down in one fell swoop.
You...
Use your evol. The point of convergence is getting stronger. Looks like they took the bait.
There are a lot of luminivores. If we don't take them out in one go, they'll respawn using the light.
In that case, we'll just... use my evil.
Please forgive me.
Okay, so I think I've pretty much covered most of the gameplay for Love and Deepspace, so now comes my final thoughts. By the way, this is not going to be as detailed as my written reviews. Basically, this video, we are just deep diving into the mechanics of the game. I did, however, made a separate written review about this game on my blog, and that covered all of my thoughts regarding the love interest, who are my favorites, the story so far. There are some spoiler details in that review enclosed in spoiler tab, so just be mindful when checking it out. Alright, so my final verdict. I have to say this game really caught me off guard. Like, I know I was already anticipating to be mind blown by the graphics, but I was not expecting for the story to be that compelling. Like, it's really one of those stories that kind of just naturally pulls you in. You become so curious that sleep becomes irrelevant and nothing else matters more than, you know, wanting to know more about the storyline and what happens next to the characters. I was kind of sad that the closed beta ended so abruptly in Chapter 4. I was like, oh my god, no, I need to know what happens next. It's that kind of story, and I was kind of sad that the closed beta ended in a cliffhanger. Like, how could you do that? But, you know, in a way, it worked well. This is definitely a must-play for me this coming January 18. Like, I will be holed up in my room playing Love in Deepspace. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but if you have not pre-ordered this game yet, feel free to do that right now. There is a link on the video description below. You can pre-order the game. Basically, pre-ordering it will automatically install on your phones whenever it comes out this coming January 18. I would strongly recommend this to people like me who like sci-fi, who are into RPGs, and who are also into romance. The romance really kicks, and the RPG is phenomenal. Also, the graphics is, of course, blindly stunning. So please, please do pick up Love and Deepspace this coming January 18. Again, a reminder that I also have a written review on my blog about Love and Deepspace. And I usually go full-blown fangirl mode when it comes to my written reviews, so if you're new here and you like that kind of thing, please do check out my blog. Anyway, I will be ending my video review here. Gosh, it's been a while since I did a long, comprehensive review about something I really love. I hope you enjoyed what you watched, though. If you are still with me at this point, oh my goodness, thank you so much. To my readers, subscribers, friends, thank you so much for the overwhelming support this year. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. You have no clue. This will be my last video for 2023. Once again, this is Chloe. I will all see you next year. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Bye!